Okay, welcome everyone to College and Career Pathways, where every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 p.m. we provide you with information on various colleges and universities, financial aid resources, technical schools, skilled trade programs, training programs, career opportunities, and college and career readiness skills, all designed to help you make the best career decisions possible. I'm Tony Curtin, your host, and today we are with Oakland County Michigan Works. Welcome, Ms. Price. We are so glad to have you.
Thank you, Ms. Curtin. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here on the panel and share this great information for our youth and our young people.
Yeah. There's so many opportunities out there right now. Places, organizations, they're literally begging,
Yes.
I just presented an opportunity for our students with Amazon, who currently is offering a $3,000 sign-on bonus. And I'm like, wow,
Yeah. Who finds that too? You don't see that too often.
Not at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
The big three auto, they have relaxed a lot of the requirements that used to be in place in order to get employment with them. And it is just really a market for
it is. And we have so much opportunity. I know everything is not like ABC today, like we're going to do, just like you said about automotive. We have logistic technician. We're trying to get youth in the program, actually some adults too, but graduated from high school. We're trying to get them in that program. They're trying to launch that too. They do have one coming up in November, and I think again they're going to try one in January.
Oh, okay.
And that's great because employers, once their training is very short training, then employers already know that student, and then they can start looking for employment too as well. And part of the goal is we also too have OJT, on the job training as well. And we work with several companies. Right now we work with an engineer firm, have an adult and a youth, and they just finished up their OJT. And after that, they are hired in as a full employee.
Good deal.
And that's like awesome. Yes, they're doing very well, making very good money.
Wow.
Yep, just from one head associate, one just based on experience. So that plays a lot too. And then that's the key, because people don't want to go necessarily to a college. They may just want just like a training, but that's okay. The 2 year, that's still a college training. It's just after, and they don't realize it. They think I got to go to a 4-year. That may not be for everyone. So we want to make sure we open up opportunities to the youth, target that group, because there's so much different funding for different programs as well. We have some really great incentives too to offer to the youth. So we want to make sure we catch them now. You work with a lot of out of school youth, or they're about to graduate?
We have a K through 12 online educational program. We also have an adult program, but that's not free. They have to pay for those courses that they missed when they were in high school. So
okay, and then that's something we could talk about too, like part of GED completion too as well, because part of the incentives we have, where if they complete that portion, they get a certain incentive too as well. And then once from there, they can work with us, and then we can help them again, OJT, or just a job or school. So they have options. And then also, when I'll share with you too, a flyer is based on eligibility too as well. But we have different programs. Like you said, you weren't even sure about that. Like, great, like we have that too. So they're in high school. Well, they're out of high school. They're considered out of high school, those with the alternative. So when they're out of high school, then they can even like still meet with me, and we could talk about like the intake process.
Absolutely.
And they go from there, and they're eligible. They could be ready, graduate. They already have a plan.
Absolutely. Yep. Now, is your program just for GED recipients? Because we don't offer GED. We offer an actual high school diploma.
Oh, no, that's fine too.
Oh, okay.
That's fine too. Okay. But it's great if they're like the older youth. meaning
19
like,
and over.
yes, that's great. But if they're younger, like 16, no younger than that.
Okay, okay,
But it'd be good if they're older because we know they're going to be graduating soon.
yes.
And so that's the key, out of school youth. And then we have those little leeway options for them, opposed to someone that is 16. They can still be part of it, but it's going to be a little different focus with them because they're still in school. So it's going to be a little bit of focus because we have work experiences that's different from OJT.
Now, for the students that are like 19 and above, what requirements do they have to meet in order to participate in your program?
Well, it's based on, like, for example, if they receive food or cash assistance,
Okay,
that's like a automatic.
okay,
Sometimes they don't know, but they should know. Some students may not know. With disability, we look at their disability, if they have a disability.
okay,
But basically with the food or cash assistance.
okay. So then it really is an income level based, and you're definitely qualifying if you received or receive some type of
Assist,
government.
federal.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
well, good deal. That would be,
And then that's a part of that low income too, if they're low income, but again, and then everybody may not. I had some cases where some people, they were eligible, but they didn't want any of that like food assistance, but they were eligible because the number of people that were in their household.
oh, wow. Okay.
And
So-
they didn't want to take assistance, but they were still low income, or they were considered a single person. You know what I mean? They didn't
Okay.
make enough money, but then they weren't getting food or cash assistance. But again, they were still eligible because they were low income.
Okay, okay. Wow, that's really good to know. So there are qualifying factors that don't eliminate you even
Right.
if you don't receive public assistance.
Right, exactly.
Okay, well, good deal. That's good. I was going to say that would be the majority of our student population because we deal with at-risk youth and
And where are the students exactly? What area are they? Or like, I know all around.
we are partnered with 17 different school districts. So
Right,
we're
okay.
partnered with Oak Park, we're partnered with Clintondale, we're partnered with River Rouge. We have drop-in sites in Warren, Dearborn, Harper Woods, and Oak Park. And then
Right.
we have our online program going to Lake Huron, Parchment, Manistee, all up and through the UP.
Wow.
And so we reach our student population is throughout all of Michigan for the most part.
I have spoken, oh, sorry, I have spoken with is it Wilson? Is that her name? At the drop? Is that?
Center, yeah.
Yes, and I haven't heard back from her. She said she would call me like if she gets the students, because they're kind of like, they come and go kind of sort of. She doesn't know exactly, so I know hopefully she'll touch base with me soon. It's kind of hit or miss because I want to leave some information, but like when was a good time too as well.
Truthfully, okay, you can just drop the information off because at some given point they're going to show up, but it's a drop-in center, which means that they are not required to be in seat on a daily basis. It's only if they are looking for assistance and tutoring.
Okay, right, okay.
But if she has the information, whenever they show up, she can have it ready for them.
Okay.
Same
all right,
with-
yep, I'll reach out again and just to follow up with her.
Yeah, and so can you talk about specifically the programs that you currently have for
well, I can show you, I have some information to share. I can show you what some flyers are, some information and some occupations.
Sure.
But again, sometimes it's not like a etched in stone because we may have a particular OJT that we may just start for that particular or work experience that maybe that's new. So I can't say, okay, we have this in retail, this in hospital, this and this and that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Just to give you a feel for, but I know, for example, we work with OCC Southfield campus for stove processing.
Okay.
They have to be 18 or older. And there's guidelines with that, and they change the process. They have to contact the person at OCC, and then they have like their own screening process. And then from there, we have our intake. But it's a process, but people are getting hired and they're doing very well with that. And that's kind of a thing that schools are now trying to incorporate, that have that more. It's called medical equipment preparers, or same thing as sterile processing.
Okay, and so are they the ones that make sure that the instruments are sterilized when they go into surgery? Okay, good deal.
Instrument, material, they're learning about chemicals, all types of things, OSHA regulations and laws, those things, yes.
Okay, that's an awesome opportunity. Wayne County Community College has an associate degree program in that area, you know. So
yeah, and OCC has a shorter version.
Do they?
Yep. Right now, our class is going to start November 15th, and it's field. I'm telling you, people, it's field. And then the next class, I know they have names already, it's field, and that's with youth and adults.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And so people are getting hired. They like, really like it. It's hands-on. But I like it because it's like all ages. We have all different people that want to get involved. And we tell them now, because they're in a hospital, a lot of hospitals are requiring, of course, vaccination, and that's up to the person. We don't enforce that. That's up to the person. But if you want to get employed, they have, different guidelines, the hospitals do, but we don't have control of that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, and they talk about that, all of that in training and during orientation and things as well.
Good deal. Now, how long is that particular program? How many weeks of training?
Is it like 12 weeks, I think? 12 or 10 weeks. I think so, yeah.
And then when students complete that particular program, how much can they expect to begin to earn in the work field?
Well, two things. We had some people that wanted to get, they were looking at prospects to be hired before they even graduated. And then some wanted to wait and take the exam. So it just depends on their focus. I have one person, they're already in the medical field, but they could have got hired, but they want to take the test first.
Okay. Just
to make sure, then they get their certificate of completion class, but they want to have their exam, their state exam completed. And I think they took it this week or something. I think so, it was this week. But they're already in the medical field, so they're hired, but again, not with that particular one, but they'll probably end up getting hired with the same company, the same hospital. Okay. They're already at Beaumont right now.
Oh, okay. And so then once they complete the program, A, is the program free to them? And two, does it cover the cost of the state license exam?
That's a good question. The class, the session, not the session, but the actual class itself, the program, we cover that if they're eligible, those processes.
Right. We
cover that, that's completed. But for the exam, no, we don't pay for the exam.
Okay. Now, does the program also cover like books, uniforms,
yes,
supplies?
Yes. And
do they provide childcare or transportation?
Well, that is considered supportive services, depending on if that's a case by case. So it depends on the need and where, and if the place is certified, where they're going, it just depends. Okay. But yes, we do provide supportive services based on, that's a case by case.
Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, the student has to interview successfully in order to get it. But pretty much if they do well in the interview, then the position is theirs.
Yes. Yeah. And sometimes, like I said, some people already were looking at before they even graduated, because their work ethic, they came on time, they ask questions. Oh, and then they turn in attendance sheets to me. I make sure they're going to class, those type of things.
What are the class times? What times do they meet?
Well, I believe the classes for that is 2 days a week in the evening for like 4 weeks or 6, and then you have one day part of like clinical, and they have some other one is like another 1 day and a 2 day. But I think it's one. If you mind holding I can check how many weeks it is to kind of give a breakdown, because they have clinicals too they have to do. Okay. All this is on site.
Okay.
No, it's no virtual. Okay, so hold on real quick. I'm gonna get something real quick. Hold on.
Sure.
I can show you the exact how many weeks it is. Yep, it's 12 weeks. Yes, correct. 12 weeks. Yeah,
12
so
weeks.
those 6 weeks are the 6 weeks are in the classroom, and then I know they have like clinicals, and that is based on where they go to, because it may not be Beaumont, may be different location now.
Okay. Okay. Good
And
deal.
then the other one is like another day, but it's during the week. I don't think they do any weekends. But it's based on, you have to just check to see, because we work with other, the school works with other hospitals now. It's not just Beaumont they're gonna be doing.
Okay. Well, that's good. What are the flyers that you
Oh,
have?
I'm sorry. Yes, let me see here. Because let me see how to share here. Okay, hold on. Well, first of all, this is my youth letter. Let me know if you can see. It's coming up. You see that?
I do.
Okay. Ooh. Hold on. No, not that one. I know you see that one. Hold on. It's so funny. I have them all in order. There we go. You see that one?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So when I normally, like when I go and meet with a group, I give them this letter, and the youth is called, for Oakland County, it's called Oakland Next Young Professionals. This is what they call it. It's my information. And again, it's 16 to 24. Just kind of a breakdown of what we were saying earlier. Career exploration. Sometimes they don't know what they want. So let's say I have a 16-year-old and they're like, oh, I don't know. So we do career exploration. We work with like the Pathfinder. We work with like the ONET. We work with the labor market information to see what areas are they interested in, give a breakdown of how much they pay, what type of education you need, those type of things. Also, a part of that is part of the training too as well, but career readiness, that's also when I said incentives, because they have a certain amount of classes. They're like quick little webinars that they take.
Yeah.
And when they take that and they complete it with a little exam and they send me their certificate, then I complete the paperwork and they get an incentive, money incentive with that.
Okay.
So that's really great. And that's something to keep the youth going, in activities and things are part of the incentive. Now, when I mentioned too about paid and unpaid work experiences, we have pre-apprenticeship programs. That could be Henry Ford Healthcare. We work with them, Henry Ford College. We have medical assistant program that we have partnership with, just to give an example. So that's something that we work with too as well. The work experience, we did one this year with the younger, it was a younger, but they were just like a trial thing. We were kind of trying out in other Michigan Works too. And that was older, 14 and 15, but we don't really do that. It was just like a special thing that they were doing, because things come up. And I'll show you next on the flyers how they pop up like, oh, okay, but it has a date, but they're extending the dates for that.
Okay.
And so this particular program, they did carpentry and they learned about building and making things. I think they made ramps. It was in Detroit for people's homes. On the job training, again, if they may not want any type of schooling, then can learn on the job. And we, like I said, have special companies that we work with, or we can carve something out based on the checklist that we have for the employers and the guidelines that we provide. Part of the occupational skill training is still kind of similar to the on the job training. Literacy, financial literacy, that's also with incentives, learning about like career readiness, how to read your paycheck, how to budget, those type of things. The entrepreneurship and skill and training, that's more so from the business side. Like if they want to start their business, okay, what's their short term, what's your long term? Because a lot of times they don't look at the short term before they get to the big term. So we want to make sure that they have an idea of what they want. And again, the goal is to prepare for post-secondary education and training. So and part of my goal is to help them with a career action plan and an assessment. Okay, so each step that we do, we have to discuss that and write that down. They could, first thing like eligibility, we do CASAS testing here, reading and math assessment. Just again, discuss labor market information, those type of things. And then down further with incentives, have they completed EJ4 training, those type of things. But I'm gonna show you real quick, you had asked me too about those flyers. So hold on. Let's see. Let me go back out here. Okay, this is one. Does it come up truck driving?
Yes.
Okay, great. This here, they maybe a few weeks ago they launched this 18 to 24-year-olds, and as you can see, Oakland County, and this is also on their website too as well. So sometime if the student's interested, either or, let's say that they go through you, but they have to be graduated for this. But if they go through you, you would like send me their name information, but they also can go on the county application website.
Okay.
But it's probably faster, probably through me. And again, talks about how much they can earn per hour. Offices were at Oak Park, and training. But again, additional eligibility is required. So that was one. That's another thing they're trying to promote. CDL, and we work with several businesses and companies too as well. Logistics technician, this is a very big one here. Now this one, they really are they're promoting this one because it's a short training. It's only 8 weeks, 17 to 24. They must be graduated from high school. Okay. And again, based on eligibility. The date is okay because like I said, they're going to start another one coming up and they're trying to gather more applicants for the next class. So, but one great thing is that you, of course, you earn a certification, but not just in one or two, all those where it says earn certifications, you're eligible for, which is great. And they do, one thing they do provide, OCC has a informational before the class session starts. So they have informational sessions too, kind of like we're doing now, a virtual, so they can get a feel for what they're doing. So the training, again, on the left side, free training, they're doing hands-on, inventory, quality control, expediting products, global chain, transportation, that's very big, workforce communication and teamwork. So this is a really good one that they're really trying to really promote and get some really good candidates for that. So that's logistics technician. It's a truck driver. Dispatch, this is another one. Even though it's there, they're still having this this training here. Again, they're trying to not just youth, but they're trying to get everybody for this one, but it'd be good if it's someone that's, you know, graduated. Or if you have a bunch too that's completed training and then kind of like not really sure what they want and they have been graduated, that's great too. I can, you know, help you, assist you with those too as well. Right. But again, here, this is a very good job too. This is actually with the county. Oh, sorry. Just clicked on that one. Is it coming up? There you go. This one just came up too. Oh, it did a quick one. It did like a face here. A correction duty officer. Oh, it's acting a little weird. It just did the face. So bear with me because I have information for that. I'm like, it did too when I did that. So bear with me with that. But in the meantime, though, but they are working, trying to promote the correction sheriff's office.
How many weeks training is that one?
Let me see. Hold on, let me put stop share for now, and then I want to go on to another. If you don't mind, let me see. No. Because I'm like, I have that one. I knew it when I saw it. I'm like, there we go. Okay. Okay, I'm going to share this one now. Am I able to share now?
You are.
Okay, great. Okay. That's not the one. Because I've already have pulled it up on there. hold on. I think I took it off that quick. Hold on. Sorry about that. Okay, you don't see that, do you?
I do.
Correction duties?
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay, great. Okay. Well, here, again, they just started this one and they're still promoting it, even though it says the 2nd of November, but they're still promoting this too. This here is really great for, like I said, someone that's graduated from high school. And the class starts, it says January. I think the 2nd was the informational. Yeah, registration required. So that's fine, even though it's past the 2nd, but if they are interested, I can still, and if they're eligible, I can get the information in and let them know they're eligible, like interested, once they're, eligible.
Okay.
So this is another one. This is just hot off the press, came, I think, a week or 2 ago. And it's on the job paid training as well. So again, and they have a signing bonus, which is great. We talked about that too, with the different, with this tuition here, for the training, we cover that. Okay, up to a certain amount. Yep, and that's part of, like I said, through Oakland County.
So this cohort class starts in January. How many weeks is it?
It doesn't say on here. Normally they have it on there. I don't quote me. I don't want to say 12 weeks. Nope, I don't want to say 12 weeks. Yeah, sorry, I don't want to say 12 weeks. So, but it's a short.
But for certain, it's not a year program.
No.
So you can become a correctional officer through this program in less time than normally, which would require an associate's degree in
criminal justice or something like that, right?
Yes.
Correct.
That's excellent.
Yes, it is.
Can you send me all these flyers?
You know what? Yes, I can. And like I said, don't worry about the date, Ms. Kirchen. Don't worry about the date on there, because they're still enforcing the training. So this is what the most recent flyer says.
So even though the date says that the cutoff is November 2nd, they're still putting people through for the upcoming January.
And I haven't gotten a number for how many people. For example, the logistics technician is still very open,
Okay, good deal.
Yes, very open.
I'll make sure I put that information out there.
Yes, I hope I gave you a lot of information to think about.
You did, and I'm so excited about it. Now, do you have any programs in IT?
They do have robotics, but it's a special, it depends on their experience with that. And they actually are that's a special screening too, as well, for that. Nobody just can say, oh, I want to do robotics or this or that, or if they're like an older youth and they're interested in that, based on the need of the person, then we could do a work experience in IT.
Okay. Now, does the student have to be an Oakland County resident for you to put them through these programs? Or
yes and no. It depends. Let's say it just depends case by case, because we do have some people that are registered in Detroit, but they want to come here for some reason, maybe family or something. It just depends on the circumstance, because we do have people that are registered and they already fill all the paperwork, then they have to go to them.
Okay.
Unless some foreseen thing, but Oakland County, yeah. But like I said, we do have some Wayne, but it depends a case by case. I can't just say those people, but they can't, it just depends on the situation.
Okay. Because
and then also the program too, because remember I said still processing for Southfield. We can't work with like I said, like Macomb, and then I wanted to go here. No, it's like we're with Southfield, so that's the program. I had someone driving way out from Lapeer because we had that special program to offer. They couldn't go to the Michigan Works office out there because they weren't like in partnership with that.
I was going to say, depending upon the Michigan Works location,
Yeah,
there are
just
some programs exclusive just to that location.
yeah, like I said, it just depends how it works. So we have different partnerships too with different people.
Okay.
So like a apprenticeship, Henry for a medical assistant, they would come to us.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we have some people live in Wayne County. Remember, I was saying it just depends on the situation at hand. Good question.
So then, best advice to give students is, well, try it and see. Worst case, they can, only thing they can tell you is no.
Mhm. And one good thing too is that when they do follow up, that's great. But when they don't, it's like hard. Excuse me, like if the parents claim them, then we're going to need some information from the parents. But for example, if that parent receives food assistance, that's all we need is that letter from DHS. That's it.
Okay.
And maybe the amount where they think if they made anything, but
Good.
that there is key. And then the goal is to, once we get them through training, the goal is full-time. We don't want to get someone through training. Oh, I'm just going to work part-time and just hang around for the summer. No. The goal is, let's say, if they're a younger youth, we're going to do work experiences with them. We're going to do different elements, activities with them, like career readiness, work experiences, career exploration, other type of activities with them because they are young. So we have those short-term goals and then those leading up to the long-term goals.
Speaking of which, I see that you say you offer entrepreneurial training.
Mhm.
Now, with regards to that, are you giving like a brief overview of what being an entrepreneur truly means and broad steps on what it takes to go down that career path? Or are you actually going in and breaking down for them, from idea, concept to business plan to up and running?
Mhm.
Are you laying that out, or are you just doing like a broad overview?
That's a good question. More so of a broad overview, or someone that already started their business, or like a mom and pop place, those type, quote unquote, of work experience, so they can see how a business is ran, what entails of a business. Do you need employees? Are you the only employer? Things of that nature, like being the boss, how to manage money, those things. That's part of that EJ4 training too as well. And they have other classes too. That's part of the Oakland County site. So there's different readiness classes and pieces that they can take too as well. Because again, I hear that too a lot where students say, and they're juniors or something, oh yeah, I want to make my own clothes and I want to do this, do that. Okay. But you got to have that plan. You got to have a short term and long term. And a lot of times they just think, oh yeah, I can just make this. But then I tell them too, legal money. You want to make sure it's legal because, oh, I'm going to do this little hustle, whatever it could be, but we want to make sure it's legal. And then also, that's a good question too, then they can develop, and I can help them with their resume, and they can add those things on their resume. Those type of things are important to have, those work experiences, because they want to be an entrepreneur. Take some business classes,
Yeah.
See first, not waste time and money.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't keep on paying for training over and over and over, and they don't know what they want to do.
So then if they go through one program, they can't come back and say, oh, I like this one better. Can I do that?
No, if it's already paid for and it's funded, they can't like go through all these different programs. No.
Okay.
The goal is, let's say they want to do a work experience and see if they may like that type of area. And then maybe the following summer, if the younger you go to another work experience, oh yeah, I can do that because it's a short term and we have a contract with them. Okay. We can't keep on paying, oh, I want to do store processing this year, and then and then I don't want to do that. The goal is, once you decide, that's why we have them do school research searches, can't talk. Look at schools, look at the training type of things, not just throw them in an area. That's why it takes time. It's a lot of paperwork involved, you understand. But to make sure that they know what they really want to do.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to open it up and ask anybody that's viewing, do you have any questions? You can put them in the chat and I will be more than happy to ask Ms. Price your question at this particular time. what we got here. Okay. Got one comment. She's not asking a question. She's saying, no, thank you. This was good information. Good deal. I'm glad you,
Thanks for letting us know.
absolutely. Absolutely. Question. If a student is interested in one of these programs, how will they contact you?
I'm gonna send them, hold on. You still see the share screen or no?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna send it in the information in the box. Along with my email. And it's a long email.
Are they placing in that energy program?
Oh, I'm sorry. Just a minute. I'm sorry. Okay, where we say I'm gonna send my information.
Are they still recruiting for that energy program?
You mean for when they had the energy? I think it ended October 19th. Talking about the careers in energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I think it was the 19th. I think I sent you the flyer. Didn't I send you a flyer?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That some of that ended. I think the end of October, and then they had something else. Now the contest was like 18, 19. I can look at something. Let me just type this in real quick. Okay, I'm going to send that person my. Okay, that's my contact information there. Yeah, okay. And you said for the energy.
You sent me the flyer on the energy program for Energy Week. It was October 18th through the 26th
or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, that's finished. That was for that portion. One was the contest, and then what I think was careers or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you guys, do you have any more questions for Ms. Price? All right, well, then I'm going to conclude this meeting and thank you so much, Ms. Price. Oh my God, this information is so awesome. I love it. Thank you guys for joining. Monday, same time?
Yeah, we have the 8th. Yes, correct. The 8th, yes.
All right, well then.
And let me know. Oh, I'm sorry, Tony. Ms. Curtin, let me know too. I know everything's virtual. You don't go into any building, correct?
Correct.
Okay, isn't that nice?
Dude. Just saying.
Right. Well, yeah, even if after the 8th, we can coordinate some other times. And
oh, absolutely.
I want to reach out to Ms. Wilson again. I want to drop some information off to her too as well. I sent her via email, actually. I did send her some information too, I believe.